Hello, everyone. Welcome to the knockout quarterfinals of the Airthings Masters 2022. In this game, we will feature the match between Ding Liren and Vladislav Artemiev. This is Artemiev's lucky escape against Ding. Ding was in complete control of the match and the game, especially in the third game. This was the third game, and this was the critical game because Ding was totally winning in this game and the match. Take a look at this. Ding was white. Let's look at from the Ding side here. So d4, d5, c4, c6. We have a slab. Okay, this is the slab, right? Knight into f3, and f6, knight c3, e6. Now we have the semi-slab. This is the semi-slab structure. Ding went for bishop g5. Knight b d7, c takes d5, e takes d5. From the semi-slab, we go into the Carlsen structure. Okay, we have the Carlsen. This pawn structure is the Carlsen. Okay. Bishop e7. Another way to continue in this line for black would be h6. Take on f6, take on f6, e3. And then g6. This was also a better way, I guess, for black with two bishops. Try to open the center later on. All right, let's go through the game. Takes 3. Bishop d3, knight into e4. Exchanging the dark square bishop. If you take that bishop on e7, queen takes e7, the queen protects the e4 square or the knight on e4. So white moves back with bishop f4, keeping the bishop. Knight f6, control of the e4 square. Castles. Knight e5. Knight's outpost on e5, and also black's outpost on e4. Bishop f5. Another interesting position here. Okay, black protects e4, white also protects e5. Queen into c2, threatening f3 right away with that pin on the f5 bishop. g6. Earlier, if you play f3, black can just go knight takes c3. It's hitting your queen on d1. So with queen c2, it moves out from the threat of the knight. g6, f3, knight into d6 to g4. They are actually following Abhijit Gupta's game against Gukesh 3 years back in Delhi, where Gupta won the game. Gupta went for g4. Takes on d3, knight takes d3, knight into e8, e4. Central break. Takes, knight g7, and oddly plays knight on g7. It's supposed to be a bishop on g7. Rook d1, keeping an eye on the d4 pawn. Knight into e6, bishop h6. Ding Liren is not afraid of knight d4. If black takes on d4, there is queen f2 hitting the knight, hitting the rook, right? So rook into e8, e5, takes, centralized knight. The weakest point on f7 is going to be a target with a semi-open f-file. White is close to winning this time. Knight takes e4, knight e5. Look at the two knights. Knight attacks f7. The knight is also hitting on e7. This is a target. How did Artemiev survive? That's a big question here. Okay, knight e6, queen f2. Knight into g5. Ding went for king h1. All right, maybe he was worried about knight h3, but you can also go for takes g5 here, takes g5, knight takes f7, yeah? If takes on f7, this queen takes f7, and if king h8, Knight c7 wins, hitting the rook, double attack the rook, hitting the queen. Yes. Could have been a simple win for Ding. Okay, king h1 is still winning. Knight into e4, queen f3, f6, knight c4, rook into c8, knight takes d6, removing the defender. Bishop takes d6, queen b3. Discovered attack on the king is coming. Knight takes f6, yes. King h8, and again the threat. Ding went for queen takes b6, which was not the best. The best move, knight takes s6, wins on the spot. Okay, this is force. Queen f7, threatening mate on g7, so forcing rook to g8. Rook takes f6 with a pin on the bishop to the queen here. If you play rook c7, queen e6 resigns. Yes. I don't know. Maybe he was worried about rook e7 here. Takes, and then what else? And this it's a piece. You cannot go rook to e1 because the rook is protecting this. Yep. Okay, it's understandable. Probably the main factor of Ding's blunder here in game number 3 is the time, I guess. Not the time on the chessboard, but the playing time at home. His body clock. It's 4 a.m. 4 a.m. in China. He's playing in China, so time zone. Yeah, Ding probably is sleeping around this time. Yeah, and he's still playing the quarterfinals, and that's a pretty big factor. If you're not used to this time, yes. For European time, it's fine. But Ding, being in China, he's playing around 4 a.m. So his mind is just at this time. He's sleepy. Okay, he's just playing with instincts, I guess. And unfortunately, his instincts failed this time around. Okay, rook to g8. Rook to e1 and the blunder. Rook c2, allowing black to go for c2. All right, Ding could still play knight f6. It's still here. Knight f6 and bishop g5. All right, it's still winning. To 7, queen f3. A pin on the queen, a pin on the queen. It's a double pin. Only way would be rook f8, but takes, checks, takes, check, check, takes. Resign, yes. Changed down for black. And then a pawn up for white. There's nothing here for white to really lose, yeah. Except for this move, yeah. All right, Ding attacks the knight on e4, but he forgot the counterplay on c2 because the bishop is also attacking h2. It's on e4, takes h2, takes h6, rook into h3 before rook e3. After losing the thread, white is just losing the game. Rook f7, allowing queen h4. The queen protects h7. Is also a threatening mate on h2 and rook t1. h7. When it rains, it pours. Yeah. To make one big mistake is just piling up. Yeah. Let us say king 7, gh8. Black is a piece of. Black wins the game. And also after round 3, Artemiev won the important round 4. And he books a spot in the semifinals against Magnus Carlsen. It could have been Magnus against Ding Liren, yeah, the world #1 and the world #3. But it was not meant to be. things happen. Yeah, this happens even to the best of them. I believe the main factor here is it's not about the rapid time control whatsoever. It's a time zone, I guess. Ding's body clock here. Maybe he's feeling sleepy at this time. You cannot fault Ding. Yeah, he is playing around 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m. in China. And let's say you're getting used to sleeping around 10 p.m. and wake up the next morning. Yeah. So that's it. In the semifinals, it will be Artemiev against Magnus. It could have been Ding. Yeah. This was a critical game for Ding. Yeah, and he was just missing a lot of things. He was controlling. He played strong games, 1 and 2. Third game, maybe he's lost energy. Yeah. He shouldn't miss this one. I guess with a fresher mind, Ding could have easily seen this. I think at 6. Ding is not just a strong positional player, but also a strong tactical player. Chinese are good in tactics because they also play this Xianqi or this Chinese chess. It's very tactical. Then they're used to it. Okay, but that's it. That's about it. So it's all about margins, yeah. And here with that big blunder by Ding with Rook D E1, and then a loss in the fourth game. Lost the match. Lost his chance to play Magnus in the semifinals. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support of our channel, Charles Mac Chess, on Facebook and on YouTube. We will continue our coverage of the semifinals tomorrow. This is Coach Oliver. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.